This is Jane. She's a school speech pathologist. You might be wondering, what is a speech pathologist? What do they do? What will happen at our appointments? What role will I play in my child's therapy? Let's see if we can find out. A speech pathologist is a health specialist who can work with adults or children with communication or swallowing disorders. These disorders may be developmental, for example tongue-tie or autism, or acquired, for example through stroke or illness. These disorders may affect language, swallowing, fluency, voice, speech, and multimodal communication. They work in a variety of settings, including schools, hospitals, and private practice, and often work alongside and in conjunction with other professionals, such as occupational therapists, teachers, and medical staff. They also play a role in educating the public about eating, swallowing, and communication disorders. According to the World Health Organization, communication is a key element of health, and as such, speech pathologists apply the World Health Organization's International Classification of Functioning, Disability and Health to their practice. This means that Jane will assess your child in terms of body structure and function, and how any impairment they may have impacts daily activities and their participation in educational and social settings. Jane will also consider how personal and environmental factors may positively or negatively impact their impairment, so you can expect to be asked questions that will help her understand this. By considering each of these elements, Jane is better able to see your child as an individual. It helps her to have genuine empathy for them and to provide them with personalised care. All speech pathology practice is also guided by Speech Pathology Australia's Code of Ethics and a document called Competency-Based Occupational Standards for Speech Pathologists at entry level. Jane is also required to follow the National Code of Conduct for healthcare workers. These frameworks help to ensure that the same standard of care is given across all settings, that you are treated fairly, and that you and your privacy is kept safe and secure. The Code of Ethics also ensures that Jane recognises the cultural diversity of Australia and that your culture, whether Indigenous or otherwise, will always be respected and taken into consideration in any therapy goals and plans. She will not judge you or let her personal interests or aims interfere with her care for you. So what will happen at your speech sessions? Firstly, Jane will ask you about your primary concerns about your child. She will then conduct suitable assessments, analyse and interpret the results of those, and seek further information if necessary. She will then discuss the results with you in an accurate and timely manner, and use evidence-based methods to make an individualised plan for the management and improvement of your child's impairment. Your participation in the goal-setting and intervention process is key and will make a huge difference to the outcome of the therapy. As such, you can expect to be given homework, exercises and activities to help your child's progress. And in accordance with the Code of Conduct and Code of Ethics, your personal choices in this regard will always be respected and your consent will always be sought. As the intervention is implemented, Jane will continuously evaluate its effectiveness and make changes as necessary. You can expect that Jane will document these assessments, results and plans, as well as their outcomes, which will be confidential. It may be necessary for her to share this information with other professionals, but she will always seek your permission before doing so. As Jane abides by the Code of Ethics, she will always act with professionalism and integrity, telling the truth and acting within the bounds of her professional competence. She will always seek your benefit, advocate for you, and do everything she can to ensure your safety. And in keeping with the Code of Conduct for healthcare workers, she will not provide therapy if her own capacity is impaired by physical or mental illness or by medication. In your therapy sessions, you or your child may be in close proximity to Jane, but you can be sure that she will not put you at risk of catching any contagious illness. Hopefully, Jane has helped you to understand a bit more about what to expect of your speech pathologist. If you would like more information about these frameworks or about speech pathologists in Tasmanian schools, please see these links.